on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Allen to throw it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it looks like Steeler football. It is. A defensive-minded coach loves to bring the heat, brought the heat there, and it worked out.
And nowadays, all those defensive-minded coaches, for them, it's all about getting the football. I went into one facility, and as soon as you walked into the defensive room, there was a football, like on a spring, and each guy that walks in that plays has to act like he's knocking the ball free. They want those instincts created. They want them to think about that all the time, and that's what they try to preach.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll try the right side with Harris. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They'll run again with Harris. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
When a good play is made on defense, oftentimes leverage is the key to everything. Defensive line not getting turned, all the other guys making sure they're in the right spot. And on that play, they were able to stop him short of a 1st down.
He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. I love those plays. 4th and 1. That's who wants it more, this time the offense.
Yeah, there's a lot of hooting and hollering in there, right? A lot of contact and a lot of collisions as they try and find some space. Who's going to drop their hips?
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Michael Carter. His 1st touchdown on the year. And the Steelers have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo.
Did my eyes deceive me, or was that an I formation play that was just run there for a touchdown?
Little old school eye.
How about that? Was that a fullback, tailback, running it into the end zone?
Well, that's what that fullback's for, right? That's why you use that. Let him pave the way.
Oh, without a doubt. He's an extra blocker, and he did his job well on that play.
Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure, because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25, so at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
And now off to the races down the right side. A big play there on the catch and run. 56 yards. That was so well timed. Just a perfect throw on the slant.
Hit him on the move, didn't he? Now he's going against the grain of the defenders coming over to try and stop him. That allowed for that additional yardage downfield.
Singletary is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. To the air, Allen. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
Allen now on 3rd and goal. And he'll get this underneath to Singletary. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. And now the field goal team on for Buffalo. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And his kick is indeed good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
This taken in at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Najee Harris and the rest of this offense work their way back onto the field.
Last week, a strong showing, up over 100, also 2 trips to the end zone.
It's the kind of week that if you said, listen, I'll let you have this type of a game each and every week, you'd sign up for it. You wouldn't try and get too greedy. But let's face it, good runners always want to be a little bit more greedy at the end, try and squeeze out every last yard. He's going to try and duplicate that and exceed it in this game.
A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. A look at the numbers for Harris in last week's game. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
And he will finally be tracked down at the Bills' 19-yard line. 74 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. And you hear it all the time, but that's one of the dangers of the blitz. You get past that first wave, nobody else is there.
And when teams blitz, what they're trying to do is make you lose your poise, lose your timing and your tempo. But when you hold it together, you can really hurt them the other way, getting past that first wave.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On second down, this is Harris. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll run with Carter. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year as his guys are able to extend their lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Now for the point after. And his kick is no good. It's an early miss. We'll see if that has any ramifications later here as the afternoon wears on. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be fielded inside the 5. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field.
4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we've wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
They go right back to Singletary. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And he's got his man on the out route. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
From just shy of midfield, Allen. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 37. Allen going to throw.
And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
Well, their first 2 drives only yielded 3 points. They might be thinking it's time to make something happen. Push the ball downfield and try and gain some points that way. Unfortunately, incomplete.
Allen to throw once more. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Now Allen. Quick slant to Shakir. And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
On first down, Allen.
And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted.
There he goes, right side. Past the 20. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. The mistakes continuing to pile up, and it looked like they were going to be able to eat into that deficit. Instead, now the deficit is even larger.
Yeah, they were on a march with a chance to get back within a score, but now that deficit continues to grow.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. They're going to run it with Harris. And he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores. And there's a quick momentum swing. INT return for a pick 6, and then the 2-point conversion good.
And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing defense. Everyone's scrambling for their helmets and throwing down their cups of water. That's a great position for them to be in, trying to score against that team. A little bit disjointed.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Takes it at the 7. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
Now on 2nd and 13. Allen. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football.
Good shot. When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's airing it out for Williams. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
Jamison Williams.
31 yards.
And the Steelers are able to add on to their first half lead.
Well, that didn't take long. The turnover instantly almost turning into points.
And when that happens, a lot of teams have the mentality of let's strike right now. You've got them off balance after the turnover or the takeaway. Let's go get it. And that's exactly what they did.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fielded right around the 8. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Allen. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. He already had the 1 fumble loss, so now 2 fumbles lost here in this first half.
Not setting the pace the way that you want it done. I mean, here in the first half, already twice the ball's come out and hit the turf. Got to find a way to take care of it. Otherwise, they may have to start thinking about maybe someone different at that position.
This is caught. And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about. So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
They'll set up a throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24. They hand this off to Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
Najee Harris, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
They go I formation. Fullback leads the way for the touchdown. Sort of a lost art, isn't it?
It really is, but sometimes when you're able to bring it back and use it against other teams, they're not prepared for it. They haven't seen it in a while, and now you gain an advantage, and we just saw that advantage result in a touchdown.
The extra point up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. Here's the Steelers' kick team as they'll boot this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Looking left side, and it's complete.
He's going to pick up the first down and then some. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Pretty good play by both the thrower and the catcher there, Charles. Third down, showed a lot of trust in his receiver.
And what I liked about the play was his receiver's understanding that everything wasn't on time back in the pocket. Rhythm was off a little bit. He adjusted as well and gave them a chance to complete that play.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Now it's 2nd and 9.
From the gun, it's Allen. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Throwing now is Allen. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? Now a toss to Singletary running to the left, and he is going to lose yardage here. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. The Steeler defense proving its mettle here. And now this is 3rd and goal. Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. From 3 yards out.
And the Bills get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will cut this lead down to 25. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Steelers taking over now late in this first half. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room.
Let's go. 49.
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, this from 34. And his kick is good. And they're back within 3 scores as it's now a 22-point game.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided.
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Harris starts the drive on the ground.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah.
He rifles one that's intercepted.
And the Bills are going to take possession of the football.
Well, pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
So after the INT, it's Allen. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side, and they're going to get this down inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Now Allen. That is caught at the 7-yard line. Touchdown, Bills. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Bills take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done. Well, partner, since this new two-point rule came into play, offenses spend a lot more time working on it. That means the defenses are doing the exact same thing.
Here's the Bills' kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, had he opted for the touchback. So here are the Steelers to take over on offense. They were victorious a week ago over Philadelphia. They lead here as well as they start out 1st and 10. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now here's another carry for Harris. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 97 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd down, here's Harris. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh 1st.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Into the hands of Williams across the formation. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Jamison Williams. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point right down the middle, and that pushes the lead up to 23. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it was Jamison Williams wrapping things up with a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Allen now on 1st down. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Here's Allen. And his throw here's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
On 2nd and 10, Allen. Shakir hauls it in. And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Has his man, it's Shakir. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to...
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Josh Allen scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Bills get a bit closer.
Partner, it wasn't that long ago that when I talk with these NFL coaches about different innovations in the college game, you can see their eyes roll and they just shut down right away. Don't bring me that Joe College stuff. Well, guess what? The college game has definitely infiltrated its way into the NFL.
Yeah, and these guys, when you're seeing the option defensively, you got to stick to your assignments. I know that's cliche. They didn't do it there.
And option football means exactly what you just talked about. Assignment football for defenders. And that drives them crazy because you have to think your way through a play as opposed to just reacting and making the play.
Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Najee Harris and the Steeler offense set to go to work once again. He's up over 100 yards, and he'll be looking to get in the end zone again.
Has a tremendous nose for it, doesn't he? The ability to pile up yardage and find the end zone, that's the combination you want in your runner.
That's a combination any coach wants, and we'll see if he can find that end zone once more. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They run again with Harris. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes at that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's got this, complete to Williams. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Buffalo. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. On the give, this is Harris. And he'll be close to a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 39. 124 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Harris running straight ahead. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And this is caught. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Jamison Williams, his third touchdown of the game, number 14 on the year. And the Steelers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Here we go now as they will again try for 2. They're going to run it with Harris. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Needed a couple yards for the 2-point try. They go to the ground game, and it works.
And sometimes it's the exact right thing to do because a lot of teams play you for the pass. So you spread people out, decide to run the football. You often find good running lanes.
Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. From the 6. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Allen's throw is complete, and he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
From the 41, Allen. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 29-yard line. Now Allen again. Throws quickly, and he's got George Kittle. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Allen now looks to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Allen. Over the middle, it's complete. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
The completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Allen. And this is going to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
One final try here for Allen. And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. And the Steelers are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down.
It's just been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for him. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100 to 1. And it's not looking good for him here.
And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7.
Now back to throw. He's got a man complete.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown.
Jamison Williams
with career touchdown number 109. That ties him with Barry Sanders on the all-time NFL list.
And the Steelers up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter. So still throwing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Buffalo offense back out ready to go. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
From the 36, Allen firing quickly here, and that's complete. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Throwing on first down is Allen.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Back to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 42. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Allen.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 24-yard line.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Pittsburgh, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Cincinnati Bengals.